What is up, everybody? Welcome into the DNVR Nuggets podcast, the DNBA show. We are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Make sure to use the code DNVR when you sign up and download DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm hosting today. I'm Harrison Wind alongside two of my greatest buds, two of my greatest friends in the world.
I don't even think that's true.
I love it every time. Every time Adam's not here, it becomes guys, if I could take a moment, the three of us are just the greatest of friends.
Three best friends that anyone.
A kinship and a brotherhood that can't be broken.
I'm really relying on you guys today because my vibes are not great.
Yo.
I don't think that vibes in general are great right now.
The vibes in general they're disastrous.
Yeah, it's just not great.
What is the deal with our vibes? We can't really get to the bottom of it. There's not exactly an explanation, but can't be denied.
Yeah.
Disastrous vibes.
Yeah. The Vegas heat is too hot.
I feel it already. I feel it from here.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I am joined today by D-Line. You know him as Eric.
Harrison, your friendship is the only thing getting me through this show today.
Yeah. Also, Brendan Vogt there.
I was dead inside until Eric started laughing. Now I feel a little.
The
Let's do it.
giggler. The
Let's
giggler is
freaking
back.
go, dude.
Let's bring it, guys. The people don't want us to be sad sex up
Yeah,
here.
we got to
Let's
pick
go.
it up.
All right, here we go.
We got a fun show planned today. First off, we're going to get into the fact that the Nuggets have not signed Michael Porter Jr. to an extension. Should we be worried? Should we not be worried? What does this mean? We will get into that. Then we're going to power rank the Western Conference post-free agency.
Ooh.
See where the Nuggets stack up against the rest of the West. And then the third segment, we're going to snake draft ice cream flavors.
Let's freaking go,
Let's
dude.
go.
Yeah,
dude.
can't wait for that.
This is the snake draft I was literally born to draft. Although we did, as soon as we came up with it, moments before the show started,
Yeah.
I did immediately get on Google and
That's right.
ask what the top ice cream flavors
Best
were
ice cream.
because you need to have you can't go in without a plan.
Oh,
You
my
have to have a plan.
Or else you end up with Tyler Lydon.
You end up with Tyler Lydon, dude.
Oh, man.
You got
Sorry.
your
That
heart
was
set on
We're getting frisky
Brickleberry
off
or
the top
something.
today. We're getting frisky. First, though, let's talk about, it seems like the elephant in the room a little bit. Michael Porter Jr. eligible to sign that rookie extension. He is eligible right now as soon as free agency started. He has up until the beginning of this next season, the first game of next season, to sign that rookie extension. I had kind of assumed it was going to get done right away, at least just based on how the Nuggets have approached these things in the past. Jamal Murray signed his max rookie extension right when free agency started. Nikola Jokic, it was a little different because he was a second-round pick, and he could have been a restricted. It was a little different, but they got his taken care of right away. D-Line, are you concerned at all that they have not come to an extension yet with him?
No. Nope.
Really?
There's so much time. There
Yeah.
is so much time. And if you're talking about Michael Porter Jr. as a long-term asset, it's complicated, man. Like, he is obviously came into the league with major health questions. So I imagine there's they're trying to work out some of the, it's not as cut and dry with Jamal Murray. With Jamal Murray, it was like, all right, do we think this guy is going to hit his ceiling? Which he then immediately showed us he could. But Michael Porter Jr. showed us flashes of absolute greatness. He showed us a lot of things that he needs to work on as well. But I imagine there is a little bit of pause when you're talking about, committing to long term to a guy that's had multiple back surgeries.
Mm-hmm. Vote.
Yeah, at the very least, I'm curious. Getting on concern, getting there. But as you said, there's a lot of time for it to happen. You don't need to ascribe controversy where there isn't.
This is whether or not somebody's a first ballot Hall of Famer versus just a regular old Hall of Famer. Do you sign the second? Does that mean anything?
So I don't, look, is it health protections? Are there, you know what I mean? Are there some interesting clauses that either side does or doesn't want in this deal? Is it hung up on a fifth year? I can't imagine that's the case. But at the very least, guys, I'm curious because I did think, if it were up to Denver, it would be done right away. And I thought it would be the same approach as the Murray thing. Just take care of him right away, avoid the Hayward situation, and go from there.
So we have a clip here of what Tim Connelly had to say about this potential extension. This was right after the season ended. I asked him how big of a priority it is going to be, and I thought he gave a pretty revealing answer that, has me a little just curious / surprised that it hasn't gotten done already. Here's what Tim had to say about that extension. We got it. One sec. No, you're good. You're good, Kale.
Unbelievable.
You guys can obviously get the extension done with him this
this offseason. How big of a priority is that for you guys to get done before the start of next season? And do you still kind of view him as that third piece next to Nicole and Jamal that can take you guys over the top?
Yeah, I mean, I think offensively, you see, he's in pretty rare company what he's accomplished his second full season, and he's still so young. He didn't play, played 2 college games, sat out the whole first year. His second year in the NBA, he played sparingly, then became a trusted guy in the playoffs. So we're excited. We know how bad he wants it, and we want it just as bad. I mean, as you guys got to know him, he's basketball obsessed. His work ethic is an A+. So it's fun when you see guys like that, especially guys like that who had to battle through adversity and all the injuries. We'll sit down with Michael's representation. Our MO is when we can, we try to lock guys up and reward them for what they've done. We've had a lot of luck in getting things done earlier rather than later, and I think it's helped with our culture. I think these guys are colleagues; they're not assets, and the more proactive we can be with trying to build a sustainable roster, the better.
So look, I think it's going to get done. I'm not worried about it. I'm just surprised that didn't happen right off the bat. Like, yeah, the Nuggets had other free agents to take care of that were certainly more of a pressing need. They had to get the Will Barton thing done. They had to get the JaMychal Green thing done. Right. They had to fill out the rest of their roster. There's just a lot going on right when free agency starts. But I expected it to get done right away. So I'm sure it will get done. They got a lot of time to do it. But I was just surprised that it didn't happen.
I know you're more of a fact-based guy, but do you have any guesses as to, just even what could be on the table here, why it hasn't been done?
I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah.
They're just taking their time, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. No rush. It would be my best guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like the only reason to even have thoughts about this is just because they've done it so quickly in the past.
Right. Yeah, that's the only reason
Right.
why I thought it would get done right away.
Right.
Because they did Jamal right away. They did Nicole right away.
I guess you could infer, maybe there's no – if it was a max, you'd think then it's done, right? He just takes that, and we've heard about it by now. So, I don't know. Maybe there's something to infer there. But, yeah, I did expect it to be done by now, particularly because of that answer you just rolled from Tim. I remember you asking that question, and, internally I walked away from that thinking, this is going to be a quick thing. So, we'll see.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you get into the Gordon Hayward territory of things, where, of course...
That's literally the worst case scenario.
Yeah, which is not going to happen here. It's not going to happen. But, what happened in Utah with Gordon Hayward is they lowballed him a little bit on an extension, and then there were some bad feelings there, and then, he wanted to get out of there eventually. Look, that's not going to happen here. It's not going to happen. I'm sure this extension will come. I'm sure it will get done before next season starts. They got a lot of time. It's funny, though. I did see the Nuggets tweet out a picture that Michael Porter Jr. was in Denver. So putting two and two together, I was like, oh, he's in Denver. Maybe it's going to get done any day. It still could get done any day.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing is that they wanted to meet in person. They hadn't been able to do it yet.
We'll find out. We'll find out together. Sure, but I do think we're short of, plenty of distance between us and that panic line, I think, at this point in time.
Yeah, plenty of distance. So I'm sure it will get done. Look, I think Michael Porter Jr. is going to come back an absolute stud next year. He's going to be great.
I'm really excited. I've got some high expectations. I really do.
Yeah.
Plus, we know he spent some time in Brazil going to Justin Bieber concerts. Maybe he's going to come back more cultured, more relaxed.
I've always thought the best way to immerse yourself in a new culture is to see Biebs live.
Oh man, dude! Where would you see Biebs live if you could?
Oh god, anywhere in the world. Maybe Iceland. So much to learn. Germany, that's my homeland, so I got to learn a lot.
So we can get into this right now because the news is just breaking why we're in such bad vibes. But the Nuggets Summer League training camp has been delayed until further notice because of health and safety protocols. I didn't know if we'd be able to get to it. I didn't know if the news was going to come out.
I know.
Can
we say that it's officially been canceled because of bad vibes?
Did that come out, Wind? Is that
yeah.
Okay.
So not great. Obviously, practice yesterday was canceled. I reached out about practice today. That was supposed to be at 12 o'clock. Didn't get a good read on that. Didn't get positive news on that. But yeah, Nuggets just announced that their Summer League training camp has been delayed until further notice due to continuing health and safety protocols.
Man, that would suck if you had planned a trip out to watch this team compete someplace like Las Vegas or something like that.
Thankfully.
Wow. Yeah, dude. Vibes not great at the moment. Like a lot of things lingering in the air. A lot of things hanging.
Some dark clouds just lingering. Yeah, this is why we came in with Monday vibes. I think I can't speak for everyone else up here, but it's just a little. I mean, first of all, I'm gonna say it's not great. It's like it's the worst possible start to a training camp. It hasn't started yet.
Yeah, is a non-start.
Yeah, so it's not great. Obviously, we talked about the bigger picture concerns about COVID at Summer League. The influx of new players, guys coming from all around. So delays are on the table. Hopefully, cancellations are off the table, but who knows? And concerned about the Nuggets and then also just league wide. Is this thing going to be a mess? Is this going to go down smoothly?
God.
I mean, it sucks because there's so many intriguing storylines to this Summer League team right now, man.
I know. It's so
we've
interesting.
been so hyped about this Summer League team. Bones Highland, Zeke Naji might be in the rotation next season. This is a great opportunity for him. Marcus Howard trying to earn a regular NBA contract. He's been putting in the work. I know that. So this is, worst case scenario, man. And it sucks. It sucks. It's like we're back here again.
I know. Imagine watching a basketball game without there being some sort of thing hovering over the top of whether or not.
Do you remember that?
Dude, no, I don't know. No, the last time it happened, it was snowing on the ground.
Yeah.
We had the 7 had just taken place. Shortly thereafter, then the world fell apart.
I have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, Nuggets' first Summer League game is Sunday. They were supposed to practice yesterday.
Check my calendar.
Yesterday was supposed to be the first day of Summer League training camp. That got canceled. Today, obviously, was supposed to be another practice. That got canceled. Doesn't seem like they're practicing the rest of the week. Game 1 is Sunday in Vegas.
I mean, who cares? At a certain point, like, who cares?
I care.
I care, but like Team USA didn't practice. They were a disaster. The Nuggets are not going to practice. They're going to be an absolute disaster. But as long as we get some, all I want is some flashes. I just want some Bones flashes. I want some Marcus flashes. I want some Najee flashes. And like beyond that, like if they lose every game, they get blown out because they have no cohesion between a bunch of ragtag guys that they threw together. Like, it's okay by me.
Right. It's not like Summer League offense is pretty by any means.
No.
Either way.
It's usually dominated by your point guard, which
it was going to be pretty step back heavy no matter how.
a lot of threes.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a disaster, dude. No passes. Yeah. It's going to be everyone attempting to make their own and one mixtape. It's going to be.
I mean, to an extent, that's like what Summer League already is. It's dominated by the point guards.
That is the best part about Summer League is that it comes after an absence of basketball where you're like, oh, baby, we're back. And then you go and you're like, oh, this is atrocious basketball. It is about as bad as basketball can look and feel.
But it also at the same time gives you crazy context for the league because it's all really sloppy. You don't see that cohesion. But when you get up really close, like these guys are so big and moving so fast and clearly skilled, and 80% of them won't sniff a roster. Totally. And it's just like, it gives you're like, wow, man, the leap between this, which is impressive, and the next level is just unbelievable.
It's really an event with terrible basketball that we go and cover the shit out of and absolutely analyze to death.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it's great.
Yep.
And it's great.
Summer camp, baby. Basketball nerd summer
Dominated
camp.
by point guards, but I always do feel bad for the big men at Summer League. Like, you just do not want to be a big guy at Summer League.
It is.
Because you never get the ball. You just got to, like, rebound it and pass it off to your point guard. You don't get any shine. You don't get any glory.
It is like a whole series of all-star games.
Yeah.
Bull took that entire sentence as a challenge.
Oh, God. I hope he's not watching.
He's going to play from the perimeter the entire time.
Yeah.
I hope he's not watching either. I want him to see us when our vibes are at their best, not their lowest.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I guess we'll have updates probably towards the end of this week on if they'll be playing at Summer League.
We're going to be there regardless.
Yeah, I don't know. The last thing I want to get to in this first segment, maybe this can uplift our vibes a little bit. Maybe this can uplift our vibes.
All right, I'm ready. I'm listening.
A new picture of Nikola Jokic has emerged.
Whoa. What?
This is always breaking news when this happens. There's a new picture of Jokic out.
New picture of Jokic drop.
And
New
guys,
Jokic just dropped.
he looks super cut.
My goodness gracious.
This guy looks
Son
cut
of a
up.
gun.
Am I the only one that's like not that impressed by this photo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I
Go
the only
on.
one who gets DM'd just like pictures of Jokic out in the wild?
Nope.
No
Yeah.
context, just like an image just
If
dropped.
my girl, if my
I get 'em too.
fiance didn't know who Nikola Jokic was, like she'd be
concerned, right? You're like, why are people just sending? But yeah, so I've seen multiple photos, including this one. Look, male form corner always a little uncomfortable when you really unpack it.
Yeah.
But that's why we'll just leave it packed, and I'll say he looks great. Really, look. You just hope he doesn't go backwards, right? He would have earned it. He would have earned a fun summer and to give his body a break. But
Sure.
it looks like he's taking care of himself. That's got to get you excited.
I like the deep plunging V on that.
Yeah, it looks
that
like
tank
he's
top.
just finished up a like deadlift.
Oh boy,
Nice summer
it's
tan.
giving me
going.
life. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you guys remember last summer when Nikola Jokic emerged at that game,
Of
at that
course.
exhibition in
In
Serbia?
the bomber
And we were
jacket,
like,
changed
what?
my life.
in the bomber jacket, in the skinny jeans, and people were wondering, is Nikola Jokic too skinny?
Was he too skinny?
People were asking this. And I put that out on Twitter. I quote tweeted this tweet, and I was like, is Jokic too skinny? Like, obviously, I don't think that. But
Yeah, did you get
some
torn
people
up
got
by
the
some
joke,
people?
some people didn't. But he proceeded to help lead the Nuggets to the Western Conference Finals and then won MVP.
Yeah, he came out. Yeah, no, Jokic came out no jokes last year. Came out like didn't do his normal like early season swoon where we all have to play dime store psychologist. We're like, what's wrong with Jokic?
I think
he
he's
have
depressed.
seasonal affectedness depression? Is he unhappy with the American culture? Does he miss his horses? None of that. He just came out and took care of biz, and this is just giving me, the same kind of vibes. You're right, Harrison. No bomber jacket, no skinny jeans, just skinny body, and he's just sending love bombs to my heart. I'm
All right,
ready.
male form corner bordering on uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What did you say? Bordering on
Did you
me?
say sending love bombs to my heart?
Yeah.
All right.
What did you think I said?
I'm gonna file that one away.
All right, well, we should probably take our first break.
No, I'm not prepared.
Get prepared.
Literally warned you for the show. Literally warned you for the show. You had 20 minutes to pause.
It's always an adventure when the ad reads get switched up. On the other side, we're going to power rank the Western Conference post-free agency, see where the Nuggets stack up against the rest of the West. But first, vote on the read.
You'd think I'd
Here
never done this
and
before.
here they come
I was just
from Brendan Vogt.
I mean, the
Now-
first read is the same every single show.
I was about to do the pre-roll read.
Yeah, the first read is the same every
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Breckenridge Brewery. It's the official beer and brewery of DNVR. They've got beer, they've got seltzers, they've got all that delicious good stuff. As you know, Breck Brew is donating 1% of all their profits this summer to the National Parks Conservation Association. That's right. If you buy 1 point or 1 pack of that delicious Breck Brew, you are donating 1% to our great outdoors. Feel good, do good, all in the same bundle. Just buy some booze from our friends at Breck. Remember, the farmhouse is open, socially distanced, beautifully set up for outside dining. Of course, if you're more comfortable at home, you can still order curbside pickup from 12 to 8. You can get their beer on the Drizzly app delivered to your house. That's sweet. Or you can head to the nearest grocery store like King Soopers or Costco. Those are the only 2 grocery store examples that I have.
How many
So,
more?
I don't know.
You laid the foundation. You can fill in the rest with your own mind.
Remember, order delicious food and booze from the farmhouse if you're able. Call 303-803-1380. That's 303-803-1380 from 12 to 8 p.m. Use code DNVR to save $5. Manscaped. I used the nose trimmer recently, guys.
Let me check it out. Hold on.
No, I don't want to. So I had an uncle growing up, and he I didn't know, I don't know if what the adult manners were, but I was like, someone needs to tell this guy about his nose.
No.
Just like a forest, just leaking out.
Did you let him know?
I did eventually, and I don't know if he subscribed to Manscaped or what, but that man looks good.
Like in present day, he
Just like a nose bush, but he whacked that. Anyway,
Wow.
Manscaped, use code, is it DNVR20?
It's just
No, it's just DNVR.
Yeah,
but you
DNVR
get
for
20% off Manscaped and free shipping worldwide. Check out the new Lawnmower 4.0. You won't do much better in terms of shaving your balls.
yeah, dude.
All right, we're back here on the DNVR Nuggets podcast. We are presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Make sure to use the code DNVR when you sign up and download DraftKings Sportsbook. All right, guys, let's power rank. Power rank the Western Conference post free agency. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Woo!
This is where we make it so that we don't even have to play the season.
Right.
We figured it out already.
We are going to
Figure it
decide
out.
the season right here. Nobody screenshot this. Nobody take stock of this.
Frankly,
and
nobody,
come back to it
no
later.
one listened to this.
Yeah. But yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to read off my Western Conference ranking. Should I go from the top or should I go from the bottom?
Let's go bottom.
Yeah,
Bottom?
go from the bottom,
Start it
dude.
from the bottom. Now we here, brother.
Okay. I will start from the bottom. These
Are we doing
rankings-
the full or just the playoff teams?
Let's do the full.
Oh,
Let's lay some heat on the Western Conference bottom
let's
feeders.
freaking go, dude. All right.
Want to explain the rules of the game to the audience?
I don't explain the rules to me.
The rules of the power rankings game. Yes, I'm going to throw out a team, and then D-Line and Brendan are going to tell me if that team is too highly rated or too
Lowly
rated with these great little placards here, great cards that Kale fished out of this
They're pretty intuitive.
coffee table.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
those of you who are colorblind, just follow
Yes.
the arrows.
Up and down. Super simple.
As you put
So-
them both up.
My worst team in the West is the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Whoa.
Whoa.
The very worst?
Yeah, the very worst.
That's actually that's reasonable.
They had Kemba Walker. They no longer have Kemba Walker. They just re-upped Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They
Yes.
have Lou Dort, who gets a
The
lot of run
NBA
on this
archetype.
podcast. They have Alexei Pokashevsky. They have Darius Baisley. They have Hamadou Diallo.
Where did-
Just stop me when you've never heard
Where
of one
did
of these guys
Where
before.
did they finish last year?
Last season, they finished with the second worst record in the West. They were 22-50. Only Houston was worse than them.
And you think that they will fall past Houston?
I do.
They've made no real additions. You know what? I think you're probably right.
So you just go like that. Yeah.
Sideways. Okay.
Nice.
They did get Mike Muscala back.
That's
Mike
huge.
Muscala.
Big off-season
Wow.
move.
I feel so bad for OKC people in our position. I saw a tweet about the Muscala signing. It was like, he's a solid journeyman. I'm fine with this pickup. You're like, yeah. Well, your team's actively trying to lose.
Yeah, you meanwhile,
so-
yeah, like back then we were like, yeah, JJ Hickson, he's a double machine. It's a great signing. We can do this.
2 wins point. The Thunder, in fact, are not trying to field a winning team, so that helps.
Yeah.
And
what
I think that's
what are they trying to do? Just amass every pick and to where there's a full draft of them making every single pick. Is that what the plan is?
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, let's move on. Second worst team. This was tough, man. This was tough. I've got the Houston Rockets here.
Oh man,
Just because
big jockeying between those two.
yeah, so Houston's moving from the 15th worst team in the West to the 14th. The thing with Houston is like they've got Christian Wood, they've got Daniel Theis, but they're just going to be playing a ton of rookies.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing Jalen Green. They're going to be playing Usman Garuba. They're going to be playing Alperen Şengün. So they're going to be playing all those guys a lot, I would have to think. They're not trying to win. Maybe they'll start off really hot. I could see them like opening up and catching everybody off guard their first 10 games, going like 7-3. And it was like, oh, are these rookies way ahead of schedule? But then they'll fall off by the end of the year. So I've got to put them here. I've got to put them 14th.
Whew, man.
All right, let me think about. So Eric, let's think. I mean, there's still the Pelicans, the Timberwolves.
I know, but the Pelicans and the Timberwolves actually have proven NBA players on their team in Zion Williams and Cat.
That's about it. But yeah.
Yeah, there's Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, I mean we're I think he's probably right. I think Harrison's probably right. He gave his rationale. I can't argue with a single point of it. We're gonna go sideways. Congratulations.
Okay,
guys.
I'm right
You're
as
2 for 2.
usual.
2 for 2. This is unbelievable.
Vote? Disagreement?
No, dude, that organization's a mess right now.
Houston,
wanted
we
to-
got a problem, and it's your basketball team.
I like their draft, though.
I did like their draft. Next up, third to worst. These guys might be better than this, but this is just because I have no belief in their core. The Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh,
They didn't even
man.
have a draft pick this year. They got Anthony Edwards. They've got Karl Towns. They've got D'Angelo Russell. They might be better than this, but I'm just such a non-believer in D'Angelo Russell. I don't even
Yeah,
think
you really
he's
are not a
good.
believer
I
in
just
him.
think he's a bad player. D'Angelo
Really?
Russell's a bad player. Okay, he's bad on defense. I don't think he contributes to winning basketball on the offensive side of the floor. So just because of that, I have them below the Kings. I have them below the Pelicans.
It doesn't matter to you that he has ice in his vein?
He does not. He made a game-winning shot in summer league, which we just talked about is pretty much fake basketball anyway.
That's a good point. So, all right, Eric, let's talk this out together.
I think they're going to be a little higher. To me, that's too low.
It probably is.
I'm
but
trying
I
to think
just
of who the
hate
other
Wolves.
team that. So, like, there was a pretty big gap between them and the Kings. Like an 8-game gap.
But so
You're not wrong.
what's happened with Minnesota over the last couple of years is they get D'Angelo Russell and Karl Towns, but those guys have been injured at opposite times for the last couple of years. They've played like 8 games together.
My feeling on Karl Anthony Towns is he was coming off of the worst personal year of his entire life. He was
point.
an absolute shell of himself last year. Nobody was able to sort of count on him to do anything. So I just feel like his talent alone makes me feel like they're going to be a little bit higher than that.
Okay. I'm good with that.
There's the Anthony Edwards thing.
Yeah,
too.
Anthony
I mean, does
Edwards,
he
another
get better?
year of progression.
Yeah.
And I actually think D'Lo is a decent player.
Okay.
Just, you know what I wonder? Like, are the Spurs gonna be? Are they gonna drop?
Oh, my God. This is tough. I wish we'd started at the top.
I'm gonna take. I think you're right.
You think
All
he's
right.
right again?
I'm right
There's
again.
a 3 for 3 in the eyes of
We
Vogt.
don't even need to play the season. All right. My fourth team from the bottom. Let's see who I've got here. Oh, the Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings, who are probably going to deal Buddy Hield before this offseason
Oh,
is
my
over.
God. To the Lakers.
Yeah.
How many times?
They've got Rashawn Holmes back. They've got Alex Len back.
Whoa.
They've got Mo Harkless. They've got Terrence Davis, former Nuggets Summer League legend. The Sacramento Kings, guys, what do we think about them here?
Well, how many times are they playing the Nuggets? Because that's a double.
That's 3 wins. They'll probably play them at least 3 times. That's 3 wins for the Kings.
I'm trying to think of the Kings depth chart right now. It's not pretty,
See,
is it?
oh my God. See, I think that the Timberwolves will be better than the Kings.
So
I
you
could
think
see
they're
it.
down.
So I'm going to go lower in that you were close, but you had the 2 transpose. I'm sorry, Wind. Them's the breaks.
Okay. And the Kings got Fox still. They got Tyrese Halliburton. I think they've still got Harry Barnes. They got Rashawn Holmes back. Of course, he looks like an All-NBA guy against the Nuggets. A fairly good center against other teams. We like the Kings there, that 4th spot. You like the Kings vote. You like the
It's
Kings.
a sport of kings.
The Kings will finish with a better record then. I'll save it.
Whoa. Cliffhanger. And
I haven't picked the team
now
yet,
for this
so-
commercial break.
All right. Next
Now, a
up,
word from Manscaped.
my 5th team to the bottom. I hate to say this, but I've got the New Orleans Pelicans. I am. This was shaping up to be like the biggest summer potentially for the New Orleans Pelicans franchise ever, and they totally flopped.
They did not do well.
They got what probably was their like D option in Devontae Graham. They didn't get Kyle Lowry. They didn't get any other
Chris Paul.
point guard. Chris Paul, yeah. Like, did they really think they were going to get Chris Paul? Come on,
Probably not.
they're delusional. So I'm just not impressed with Devontae. Like, they'll win some games because Zion Williamson is that good, but not hopeful here.
I agree with you so much that I actually think the Kings are going to finish with a better record by a game or 2. So I got down. I think they
dude.
should be lower. I'm going to swap them in the Kings.
I'm not feeling good about basketball in New Orleans if that happens.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. You missed those previous 2 up, but this, dead on.
Okay.
It's just great analysis. That's all it
Okay.
is.
Next up, my next team from the bottom. Is this the 6th from the bottom? The San Antonio Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
San Antonio Spurs, who, look, they've got a lot of Spursian guys. DeJounte Murray, Derek White.
And everyone there is a Spursian guy,
Poeltl.
are they not?
Are we
Yeah.
at play-in spot yet?
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah, I think
5,
we're
6,
scraping
7,
it,
8, 9, 10. Yes, this would be the 10th
Ah.
seed. So just barely getting into that play-in, which would be a very Spurs thing to do.
Did you already list their offseason movements?
The Spurs offseason movements. They got Doug McDermott.
Okay.
Overpaid a little for him, I think.
Okay.
They got Bryn Forbes. He's coming back. I'm coming home. Cue the music. Coming back to San Antonio.
coming
Big time
home.
homecoming.
And one of their big free agent acquisitions, Zach Collins.
Whoa.
Zach Collins.
Dude,
Wow.
Nuggets fan favorite.
Didn't really
Zach
pick him as a
Collins.
Spurs guy, but he's in San Antonio.
I can't wash the memory of him making that like comically obscene hand gesture as he left the court against the Nuggets, which I can't even figure out exactly what he was doing because I think he was making a piece of female anatomy.
That's right, yeah.
But it didn't quite work out if you followed the whole diagram. I don't like that guy. What a terrible guy.
I don't
You know
either.
what? You're right. Screw the. You're right. Let's
I'm
go.
right again. Huh.
But they were a play-in team, and do any of those teams we just talked about overtake them? I don't think so.
I mean, like Minnesota, I guess, has some sneaky potential.
That's what I'm saying. Minnesota, I feel like we're given a. They just had a bad year last year. Like they had some rough breaks last year.
New Orleans has some sneaky potential of just needing to pull a desperation
Sure.
move at the deadline or something.
Another year of Zion.
I can actually see like the Timberwolves like being one of these kind of sneaky, like maybe scratching at the 8th seed a little bit. We'll
You're a
see.
Timberwolves guy.
Of,
Okay.
of these 6 teams
like
we've
some of
talked
those
about,
players.
which team has the most talent? Is it New Orleans? Is it Minnesota?
it's Minnesota.
It is Minnesota.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Minnesota.
Malik Beasley. I don't know what Wancho's status is.
I think his days are probably numbered.
When's that Sandler film coming out, dude?
Yeah,
When is that Adam
happened with
Sandler
that?
film
What happened to
coming
that?
out?
We're gonna have a watch party. Okay, let's move on. So this is now the 9th seed, the third team in the play-in, the Memphis Grizzlies. NBA Twitter's favorite team, the Memphis Grizzlies.
I think they're gonna be a little higher, man.
John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. They've got Steven Adams now. They got Kyle Anderson, Dylan Brooks,
Who'd they-
Desmond Bain, Xavier Tillman.
How'd they do in the draft this year? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Let me look this up.
Zaire Williams. They traded up for Zaire Williams out
that's
of
right.
Stanford.
It was kind of a crazy move.
Yeah, he's not going to play a lot, but
What did you say, Eric? Up?
I said up. I liked what I saw at the end of the season for them. They got better and better.
I don't believe they've made a single move this offseason.
No, but they
They traded Valanciunas for
like-
Steven
Oh yeah,
Adams.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
To
that was,
move
I think,
up
to
to get a
pre-draft.
guy
But like
that
the
they could've
Phoenix
gotten.
Suns, we saw them end in a grand crescendo, and we saw that carry over into the next season. Memphis took out the Golden State Warriors.
So you think the play-in run, I'll call it a 2-game run,
It was a
could
run.
be a little similar to the Suns' 8-0 run in the bubble?
I do think that.
Okay.
I do think that.
That's it.
What?
They're gonna get leapfrogged by I don't want to spoil it. I don't want
after
to
the
spoil
break.
it. It's the Golden State Warriors. It's the Golden
Let's
State
take a
Warriors.
break.
Who did finish behind them, obviously, by a half game,
Yeah.
a game. And I do think that will not be the case this time around.
Yeah, I've got the Warriors much higher here. All right, we're now into the standard playoff teams. The 8th seed in the West next year, I've got the LA Clippers. The LA Clippers. No
Wow.
Kawhi Leonard for probably the entire season.
That's right.
Like, that is just massive.
So wait, did he didn't fully tear his ACL?
He didn't, but the reporting, the rumblings really seem to be like, yeah, he's not playing next year.
Interesting.
We're looking at the 8th seed,
What I
right?
saw was that it wasn't an ACL; it actually ended up being an MCL, which doesn't require surgery.
He
but
definitely
it's
had
still a
surgery.
long, like, recovery.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
Oh man.
I'm not too hopeful on them.
Sorry,
The eight.
this would be the 8th seed, right? That we're talking about here, the next team.
Yeah, this is the 8th seed. I got the Clippers there.
I think that's too low, dude.
Yeah.
They got to go. They're higher than that. Paul
Okay.
George, they handled themselves quite nicely without Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs.
They did. That's a great point, actually. They did.
I mean, they've got talent on that team. Reggie Jackson became an actual NBA player before our very eyes. Colorado's own, that we're only now recently claiming him, and that's too low. They're higher than the 8th seed.
Yeah. Okay. I can accept that. I can accept being wrong.
I'm with
on
Eric.
Warriors.
I think they're higher than this.
All right. The 7th seed, I've got Portland. Now, this is Portland with everybody that's on their roster right now. If everybody stays
Sure.
in Portland, I think they could be the 7.
Golly.
I mean, they were,
Yeah.
the 6 last year?
Yeah, I'm gonna flip them, man. I think we both are with that last pick. I don't know about flip. I might have the Clippers a little higher, but I think it's the Blazers are the next team that would come in the 8 slot for me, and that's even if there are no trades. I mean, just first year coach. What are the vibes like?
What are the vibes like?
Is it harder than ever to rally behind Dame? That's obviously some folk
Yeah.
armchair psychology that I'm underqualified for. But these are all questions I think that are fair. And
You're very qualified for folk
armchair
psychology.
because who isn't? So yeah, I have the Blazers there.
Yeah, to me, I'm looking at Blazers 8, 7 Memphis, 6 after the break.
Okay. Well,
How many times
we'll hold off on the break.
Yeah.
6 seed. I've got the Dallas Mavs. I've got the
Oh.
Dallas Mavs at the 6th spot.
I think
They were the 5 last year. I've got them at the 6.
I've got them a little higher than that.
You got them higher.
I do.
Let's go over their offseason moves here. They got Tim Hardaway back.
Yep.
I believe they're gonna get an extension done with Luka, but doesn't really matter. They got Reggie Bullock. I like that. I
Yep.
like that pickup. There's some rumblings they might be getting Goran Dragic. Some rumblings.
Okay. All right.
The two
I'll
Slovenian
take
brothers
I'll
together.
take a rumbling.
Yeah. They got Boban back. So, I mean, they're pretty much running it back with Reggie Bullock, potentially Goran Dragic, too. So, I think they got a nice squad.
They do have a nice squad. They're
With
another,
Jason Kidd, though. That's the thing.
they're another team that like really started to overachieve coming down the stretch. They really started to come into their own. Obviously, they got bounced early in the playoffs, but they were threatening. They were looking good. So I just think that another year of Luka, another year of like kind of just figuring it out. Like, and again, that's another team that had like weird things that were happening around the team in the front office. Like maybe a year of clarity, things settle down a little bit. Basketball comes more to the forefront. I like Luka. I think
Okay.
more than anything.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm like trying to keep track of my own order now.
We're in 6.
Yeah, and I think they're the 7, so I'll say down.
All right.
Jeez, Wind, you idiot!
Why are you so stupid?
Yeah, what do you never watch the game you watch all the time?
All right. The 5 seed, I've got the Denver Nuggets right now. I've got the Denver Nuggets at the 5. Down. Too low.
I have them at the 6, dude.
Oh, I'm too high.
You're too high.
Oh.
I think they're the 6th seed. I think that the Denver Nuggets are going to be good enough to hold on, and they're going to be good enough to tread water. But this season is going to entirely be about waiting for Jamal Murray to come back.
It really is.
We're going to spend all season like exactly like it was down the stretch. Like they were winning games. The vibes didn't feel great, but they were getting it done. Like buckle in, everybody. Like get ready your complaining pants. Put those on.
You know what? I think we're preparing ourselves for battle here to such an extent that we're losing track of the fact that with these guys healthy, with Will Barton back, with another offseason under MPJ's belt, this is light work for Jokic. They're going to win a lot of regular season games. I have the Clippers as my 6th seed,
Okay.
which means I have the Nuggets as my 5th seed. I think Wynn's right.
Yeah, like, look, we forget about this, but at the end of last season, the Nuggets won a lot of games without Jamal Murray.
They did.
They can.
Best record in the NBA without Jamal Murray.
Thank you, Kale. The best record in the NBA without Jamal Murray. They can pile up regular season wins. Absolutely pile them up.
We'll see. I'm not much of a Nuggets fan.
Yeah, we know.
I don't much care for those guys. Frankly, a little overrated frauds, you might say.
I'm more of a Kings guy.
Yeah.
I've always been that way.
So at number 4, I've got the Golden State Warriors. And look, everybody's really, really high on the Warriors right now, and I get why. Clay's back, although I haven't seen anything that says he's going to be ready for the start of the season. Just want to throw that out there. Draymond, he's still there, although, I mean, I feel like he's approaching wash status. They got Otto Porter. Wow, they got Otto Porter. I saw a headline that was like, well, the Nuggets have taken a step back in the West because the Lakers got Russell Westbrook and the Warriors got Otto Porter. Look, first off, I think Jeff Green might be better than Otto Porter on one hand. Secondly, Otto Porter has played like 20 games in the last 2 years. The guy doesn't stay healthy.
I think my favorite was, do the Nuggets really need to sign injury-prone Will Barton? How about Otto Porter? Yeah. Where do you have the Warriors?
4.
This is 4.
Oh, Vogt thinks they're higher. You know what? I actually might think they're higher too. Now that I think about it, now that I've seen that I have safe cover under your.
I literally just made my choice on that with them.
You know what? No, I'm sticking. You know what? I'm gonna stick with my guns. That's the exact right choice. Way to go, Harrison. You're dead on again.
Yeah. Like, they're going to be good, and they might be better they'll definitely be better at the end of the season than they are going to be at the beginning of the season because Klay Thompson hasn't played in 2 years. So I mean, it's going to take a while for him to get back in rhythm. But so I think they'll be comfortably in that home court advantage for the first round.
It's such a big leap that we're all so comfortable ascribing to this team. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, but it's not like coming out of nowhere.
Sure. No, I don't think it's. I agree. I had them higher.
Yeah. Number 3, I've got the Suns. Got the Phoenix Suns, who finished second in the West last year. Pretty much running it back with a pretty similar team. They got Campaign back. Chris Paul's coming back. They got JaVale McGee. What do you guys think about the Suns?
I've heard that they're potentially getting Paul Millsap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Oh. That's
you think
be a
they're
tough
higher?
one.
I do too. No,
Higher.
You know what? Screw it. Wind. Boom. Again.
Who do you think they should be above?
So I have Lakers 4.
Whoa! The Lakers 4.
Warriors 3.
Suns 2.
Well, we'll see.
after the
Well,
break.
if you think they're higher than 3. Okay, interesting. Number 2, I've got the Utah Jazz. Got the Utah Jazz number 2, the former number 1 seed, the reigning number 1 seed in the West.
Golly.
They're also running it back. They got Conley back. They got Hassan Whiteside to play backup center. I saw that today. That should be interesting.
Are they the 2? Fudge. Are they the 1? God, who do I have left? I have the Lakers and the goddamn Jazz. I hate this.
Who are we talking about right now?
The Jazz.
Where do you have them?
2.
Are you okay?
No, I blacked out there for a second.
I have the Jazz 2. We're almost done with this segment,
not a big
so get the
math
reads
guy.
ready.
No, Jazz 2. Jazz 2. Jazz are higher. They'll probably be the 1 seed again.
They have a formula, man. They have a formula to winning in the regular season.
They are a regular season juggernaut.
Yeah,
yes.
they really are. They really are.
Got the Jazz at 1.
Okay.
Suns at 2. You were right.
My number 1 is the Lakers. And look, I don't think the Lakers had a great offseason. I don't think the Westbrook fit is a great one. I'm less than enthused by some of the role players they brought in. But look, if everybody's healthy, and we're assuming for the sake of this exercise that everybody is healthy, a team that's anchored by LeBron James and Anthony Davis is still the best team in the West, in my opinion. So that's why I have them at number 1.
That's all well and good and reasonable. And I wish you hadn't said it. For me, part of it is it's kind of cheating. I think the injuries are going to be a thing.
It's not cheating.
And maybe not significant. Just like even the role players are like 35, 34, 32. I just think all it takes is one little flick of the dominoes for them to be in a similar position to last year, which is still everyone's afraid of this team in the postseason, but winning regular season games becomes arduous. So yeah, I hate to do the injury thing, but it just seems like it's on the table for them at this point with that makeup.
It's not like likely, it's a guarantee. Someone will get injured on that team. Everyone is very old. It is very confusing construction of the team. I don't really understand like what they're doing.
Yep.
It is making for great off-season fodder though. Like the memes are hilarious. I'm seeing them out there. I'm enjoying each and every one. I don't know. I believe that that LeBron James's reign of terror has come to an end.
All right, so there you have it. There's the Western Conference standings. We don't even need to play the season. That's how it's going to turn out.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a season it was.
Yeah. Let's hit another break, and on the other side, we're going to go into our snake draft topic of the week. We're going to draft ice cream flavors. Maybe my favorite snake draft topic. of all time.
You couldn't seem less enthusiastic in your introduction.
Yeah. Go ahead, Vogt.
Ice cream. That's got me hungry. Does it have you hungry at home? You should check out Illegal Pete's. They've got a lot of great things happening at all 6 Illegal Pete's locations.
Do you like ice cream? How about burritos?
like that sound check promotion. It's an ongoing promotion at all locations that offers a free draft beer or house marg with a purchase of an adult entree when the guest shows a same-day ticket to any event. They have a location right in Lodo. Is that lower downtown?
Yeah, that is.
I feel like downtown kind of
16th
encompasses all of that. But you can head there before or after a game and get some of that good Illegal Pete's in you. Illegal Pete's, home of the
Stir.
Guys, have you heard about DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook
I'd
app?
love to hear about it. I have not.
Well, listen, we're partners with DraftKings, and it's not only my favorite sportsbook app, but also America's favorite. Speaking of America, did you guys know the Olympics are happening? Have you
What is-
seen
Heard
that?
about that?
First I'm hearing of it.
Well, it's going on right now. Our top athletes are over in Tokyo competing for the gold. Technically also the silver and the bronze. And DraftKings has a medal-worthy offer just for our listeners. Place any pre-event wager of $1. You're eligible to cash $100 in free credits if America wins any medals. A lot of medals have come and gone, but there are more left to be won, and I'm thinking we're not going to get shut out. So use DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the top-rated Sportsbook app now. Use promo code DNVR when you sign up to turn $1 into $100. That's code DNVR to turn $1 into $100. Must be 21 or older. Colorado only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. And lastly, guys, we got to talk about my favorite, Strava Craft Coffee.
I wonder if that would have helped the vibes.
Probably would have. I get real stressed, real anxious, as all the listeners and viewers know. All it takes is Adam bullying me about really like any detail of my physical appearance, and it sets me off. That's why I use Strava Craft Coffee.
Such fertile territory.
The
it is.
CBD infused coffee. They also now offer CBD infused decaf coffee as well.
What?
You can get 25% off your first purchase when you use code DNVR25. You can also get that off every order when you sign up for their subscription service. You get to choose what flavor, what dosage when it comes to you every 2, 4, 6, 8 weeks. If you're into odd weeks, you are out of luck. If you're a first-time user, Strava is now offering 25% off. Use code DNVR25.
All right, we're back here on the pod, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up. Let's draft ice cream flavors.
Welcome back to our basketball podcast. You've heard the last reference to basketball already.
We've broken down Summer League. We've given you the standings for next season. Let's draft ice cream
I lost my
flavors.
tab.
Vogt lost his tab of what Rolling Stone thinks is the top 20 ice cream flavors in the world. So he's going to be flummoxed here.
Yeah, as according to Lenny Kravitz or something.
It looks like D-Line's up first here, so you want to.
Oh, I got the number one pick.
Yeah.
Wait, you're pulling from the Lenny Kravitz list? Shit.
Guys, I don't take this with.
I'm over it already.
This is an important pick. I understand it. I haven't really thought a lot about it, but I do understand the gravity of what I'm about to say. The number one ice cream flavor across the land, as picked by me, D-Line. Guys, with the number one pick in the DNVR ice cream draft, D-Line selects cookies and cream.
Okay. Great pick.
God, what are you?
Pick.
6 years old?
Yes, I am. Let's
It's-
freaking go,
first of all,
dude.
that applies to every ice cream flavor. All right. Well, call me a man of classical inclinations. Please do. Please call me that. Chocolate. Put it on the board.
Oh, chocolate.
Chocolate.
I needed to look that up.
Did you have to look that up? Oh man. Okay. With my
If Wynn does
number one
not take
pick.
vanilla, I'm walking off this set. I'm walking off this set right now.
Give me vanilla.
Let's freaking go, dude.
Give me vanilla.
Holy smokes.
And that pick was for the people. This pick is for me. This is actually my personal favorite ice cream flavor.
Oh, boy.
Give me strawberry.
Yep.
Give
Strawberry?
me strawberry.
No, those are the top 3 seeds, man.
No, strawberry's a terrible ice
Strawberry's
cream flavor.
good every single time. So good.
Vanilla and strawberry.
Let me look up Colorado ice cream flavors.
Oh, come on, Vogt.
You have a 20-second clock on
All right,
this
put me on the
draft.
clock. Put me on the clock. I will take, whatever, dude. I'll take pizza with honey on it. Just kidding. Can I do?
Wait, what?
It was a.
He's made a Bojo's
Bojo's
joke.
joke. Cookie dough. Put it on the board.
God damn
Cookie
it.
dough. Solid pick. Solid pick.
I can't believe you took cookie dough. I thought you were going to blow that. Now look at me. I'm scrambling.
You need a big board, bro. We talked about this.
You know what I'll take? I will take peanut butter cup.
That's not. That's a separate
candy.
That's a candy.
I mean, I guess it's nice.
How is it any different than cookies and cream?
No, it's
That's
I guess
a
it's an ice
topping
cream.
that you can get on your vanilla ice
It's
cream.
no different.
Any different than cookie dough.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, Brendan.
Because cookie dough is a flavor on an ice cream container that you will see. You're not going to walk into any grocery store and look for ice cream and it just says peanut butter cup in all caps.
No,
You are
I think you're
absolutely
wrong.
going
I
to
think
do
you're
that.
wrong on this. Yeah, I think you're wrong.
All right, I guess I haven't been in. Look, you guys know I've only been to 2 grocery stores before. Call that a callback.
Man.
Yeah,
All
hell
right,
yeah.
well, you're up again, D-line.
Oh, God damn it.
So we can pick like specific Ben and Jerry's flavors too, right?
I think so. I think so. I
Okay,
think
I
so.
mean, we're gonna run out.
I'm glad we got all the generals off the board, so we can get into specifics.
Let's see. Woo, I will go with, if we're going specific, oh, man. I will go half-baked.
Solid choice.
That's a good
half-baked.
choice.
Solid choice.
I'm feeling great, dude. Feeling great.
Vote.
Rocky Road. Put it
Okay.
on the board.
Rocky Road.
Oh, I forgot one.
Well, you better hope
Son
it's
of a-
back. You better hope it's back there.
I will continue the Ben and Jerry's theme for my next 2 picks. I will go Cherry Garcia, and then I will go fish food.
All right.
All right, I am gonna. I was gonna say F around, but it's not it's not Snake Draft After Dark yet. So I'll say mess around. I'm gonna mess around and take mango flavored ice cream. Big fruit guy over here. Put mango on the board.
Yeah, or sorbet.
Yeah, whatever. Just mango.
Because I'm a big
flavored-
sorbet guy.
Mango flavored ice cream.
But that's
Eric,
not ice cream.
Eric picked a candy. So
First
I don't
off,
need to-
Kelly, it's not fish food as in it's fishes in the group.
Yeah, the band.
PH.
with a, yeah, Kale. Google it.
Google it, Kale. Oh man. Wow. Back to me, is it?
Pretty simple mistake that you guys made a big deal out of.
Well, listen. Nobody had started yelling about it yet, but we can't let you represent us in such a haphazard sort of way.
This show's gonna end like for good when Kale just murders us all live on the air.
You know what? I'm actually completely fine
Yeah.
with that. That seems like a logical end to a terrible show. Let's see here. I'm going to go. Oh boy, I'm really feeling it. Not only do I have to pick one, I have to pick 2, and I can't even come up with one. So I'm going to go ahead and stall for time here. You know what? Just based on the name alone, I'm going to go with Chubby Hubby.
What's in that?
It has banana. It has
That sounds. Ugh.
it has pretzel. It has peanut butter. Or maybe it was Chunky Monkey that
Chubby
I wanted.
Hubby. Though.
Chubby Hubby and Chunky Monkey.
Chunky
Chubby
Monkey.
Hubby sounds like something else.
Well, they're both.
I hope Chubby Hubby is not.
It is. It is.
Not anything.
No,
Chubby-
it is.
I'm scared to Google that to try to verify.
It's real. It's a Ben and Jerry's flavor. It's
All
called
right,
Chubby Hubby.
You're putting your reputation on the line here.
Oh
So
boy.
Chubby Hubby, it is.
You know what I will go with? I will go with. Oh boy. I will go with Chubby Hubby.
Unbelievable.
You're the worst.
Arrest
man.
this man.
You're the worst.
With my 5th pick, I
Wait,
will
what?
take turns into a car.
Be a car.
Be a car. Stretch arms. Combo chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry in one dish.
Neapolitan?
Yeah.
It's called Neapolitan.
Thanks, guys. This is my first day.
Neapolitan might be the worst. That is the absolute. If your parents come home with a tub of Neapolitan, all that means is that
Can I change my pick? I don't
one
even
of
believe
no,
that.
it's too late. One or two of the little columns getting carved out. Strawberry obviously left because it's the worst flavor. When you tanked your own draft in the second pick,
Strawberry is a great flavor. I'm gonna go with coffee as my last pick. Coffee ice cream. You know, there's a time and a place. It's not one of the best, but there's a time and a place where coffee ice cream just hits.
All right, final draft board. What are our thoughts?
not great.
Not great.
This is a very unimpressive draft.
We should have done a little
Actually,
bit more
I don't
prep
know,
work.
man. I feel like we got hammered in the chat the least for this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we usually get it pretty good. They
Well,
all think
I
we're
think
idiots.
the thing about ice cream flavors is there's not a ton of options. I feel like
There's
There-
a ton of options.
Point here from Adam. No sherbet. None of the 3 of you guys.
Oh,
have sherbet.
weird. Wow.
Well, I am, but is sherbet
Well,
ice
first off, Adam, I defy. Try drafting sherbet high in the ice cream draft and see if you can not come in last again. Just
that's
kidding,
right.
you would. That's an absolute Adam pick. Sherbet.
Yeah, like we could have gone sherbet. We could have gone sorbet. So sorbet's not ice cream. Is Sherbert?
Did we snub mint chip? Mint chip kind of overrated.
I
though.
don't. I have a hard time with mint being
Mint,
a dessert.
very overrated.
Either a mint chip stand or you hate it. There's not a lot of.
You want to know what other flavor is incredibly overrated?
Wait. Oh, overrated. Okay, hit me.
Pistachio.
Yeah.
If you've ever gotten pistachio, there's no way you actually liked it. There's nobody that actually
dude.
likes pistachio ice cream. I refuse to believe it.
Yeah,
God.
that person reads the newspaper while they eat ice cream.
Yeah.
Just
That person is washed.
I don't know
What
what
an
that means.
incredibly regrettable draft we just rattled off.
Well, you know what the worst part is if we're men of the people, we've got a second round to do.
Oh, are we men of the people?
I don't know if our people.
I don't
can
know.
take
I don't
that.
know. I don't think anyone needs that.
Yeah. Kale, you can probably fire up that outro music. I think we've milked, for the lack of a better word, this ice cream draft to death.
I love how defeated you sound. Just not even from the draft, just from the show, the day,
It's just
the news,
a rough day for
the
the
vibes.
man. A rough day for
Guys,
the vibes.
If it's not too much to ask, could you give us a like? It would really help out our
We
vibes.
really need a like today.
We
So
need-
if you're watching, throw us a like on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Keep it locked. We'll be back tomorrow for another show right here from the lounge. Talk to you guys then. See you
Let's
tomorrow.
go.